Welcome to BlockedInn. Check your bags at the door and let's get started. Ooh, it looks like somebody's been busy. That's gotta be my dad's place. His Minecraft handle is EdgeRider. You'll see him playing with us along here too. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. When the door is closed, the glass doesn't finish. And then when you open it, it detects the side of the block there. Wow, yeah, somebody's been busy. There's now sugarcane over here. And we got lots of sunflowers. I'm not even sure what these are useful for. They're probably useful just for dyes. I'm hoping we're not going to need a lot of armor. I'm also hoping I don't need weapons. Oh, scary. That's not a good sign. Oh, that's not either. What in the world? When did that... Well, that's it, everybody. That was an omen. That thunder? Omen. Did they just despawn? Oh, the cheaters. I mean, thanks, but cheaters. He's got the coordinates of the SOULSAND Valley. So he's probably playing with his coordinate screen on, his info screen. We know all about that, don't we? From those times we got lost in the forest. I realized last week's entire episode did not have in-game sounds because I had the wrong mic input. Oh, wow. Wow, this is also dramatic. Wow. This is gorgeous. I mean, look at that. It's a whole different Nether. I mean, honestly, like this might be making the biggest impression on me. Wow. Out of all the biomes, this is the biggest with like the most grandeur of the new biomes. Like the other ones are huge and impressive and beautiful, but this one, you know, everything in the other biomes is sort of, yeah. He says all the blue flame you could ever want, right? We're gonna take some of the soul soil with us and listen to that soundscape. Did you hear a minute ago that like ghostly moan? Oh man, really adds things here. Anyway, but in the other biomes, everything is sort of, you know, close together, and so they're beautiful and impressive, but you don't get the sense of scale that you do here. I mean, this is just endless, and really oh man, they did such a good job with the spooky feel, with the blue flame and the fog getting so blue in this area. Soul sand slows you down. And I think it's supposed to be this creepy idea that, like, you know, the desperate souls in the soul sand are, like, pulling you down to their level or something. It's terrifying. But also you just sort of sink into it, into the soul sand. Soul soil doesn't do the same thing, luckily. So you're not going to, you know, find this enormous SOULSAND Valley and then just have to plod along through it forever. Oh, this is just beautiful. And I'm kind of... Honestly, since I've never been to a SOULSAND Valley, I didn't realize that there were going to be so many skeletons here, and so I didn't think that we would need to be armored up. But it turns out that a lot of skeletons generate in SOULSAND Valleys. So next time we come here, we will be armored up, and we will be fighting ourselves some skeletons, getting ourselves some arrows and some bones and some bows. Oh, yeah, I'm going to collect up as much of this soul sand while we're here as I can, so that we can use that in our builds. I'm thinking waterways. I started to say in one of our previous episodes that what soul sand allows you to do is create cool waterways. And what I meant by that was that... Whoa, we got a gas. We got a gas. Ooh. Yeah, you see that? Oh, real-time effect. One fireball. Oh, one fireball split into 2 different flames. So glad we got that on camera. That was so cool. Yeah, and it just exploded the terrain around it. Oh, this game is getting better every update. Anyway, so soul sand has an effect when you put it in water, much like magma. Because if you put magma in water, it will create a bubble column which will drag you down to the bottom of the water that you're standing in. And it's a good way to drown. But you can also use it for transport systems. Like, say you want to create a farm for some kind of resource, and you want all of the items to collect into a single chest. Well, what you can do is you can create a bubble column to drag things down to the magma cubes. Under the magma, you can put hoppers down, and then the hoppers will collect whatever items are on top of the block on top of the hopper. Oh, interesting. Jake says you can trade the enchantment with piglins for gold. So apparently, if you hand gold to piglins, then, I mean, yeah, we know that if you hand gold to piglins, they will, well, maybe we haven't gone over this. So, let me start over. When you hand piglins gold, I believe of any sort, it can, I think it can be a piece of armor, it can be a weapon, it can be an ingot or a nugget. If you hand them gold, they will do this little behavioral mechanic where they'll kind of inspect it for a minute, and then they will throw out something of value back to you. And it may be more of value to them than to you, but they will throw you something in return. And so this is called piglin bartering. And Jake is saying you can get the soul sand. Whoa! Apparently, whoa! Apparently, even Endermen are slowed down on soul sand. Oh no! Yeah, so let me continue explaining what I was talking about. So magma will drag you down in whatever water you're standing in. Soul sand is the opposite. It will push you up. It'll repel you. And I love that idea because soul sand is kind of a, you know, mystical thing. Oh, interesting. So apparently if the gold is not of ingot form, the piglins will just steal it. Just walk away with it. So maybe scratch what I said before. I'm just still so impressed with the Nether. They've done a phenomenal job. They've just made this place so much more eerie. Apparently, and this is something that I didn't know because I never played the game when there wasn't a Nether, but obviously there was a time when there was no Nether in Minecraft. There was a time when it was literally, I believe the first iteration of this game, it was literally just green fields. Soul sand does the opposite of magma. It'll pull you down instead of, or it'll push you up instead of pulling you down. You can push items up into a similar collection chamber, or you can push yourself up or drag yourself down into a base using either magma or soul sand. It's just a really cool game mechanic. Okay, I don't know where Jake went. He's probably exploring. I don't want to die. Whoa, they just... Whoa, they keep disappearing. The ghasts. What is up with that? Did he just disappear into the wall? All right. Well, I have to say, thank you, Jake. This is awesome. I will be coming back here. Everything in the SOULSAND Valley is just kind of like, you know, death themed. You got the souls of the dead in the sand and the soil, and then these here, these little structures, are bone blocks, and they are just remnants of a bygone era, I guess. They are supposed to be the rib bones of some enormous creature. And there's theories for this, that it's actually bones of a giant zombie. Because giant zombies, believe it or not, do exist in the Minecraft universe. They do not exist in vanilla, but they do exist in creative mode. And so people theorize that these are, you know, these giant zombies are, and they're huge. I mean, they're like 10 blocks high, maybe 15. So people theorize that these giant zombies used to be, you know, among the monsters that would spawn in the world, but some huge catastrophe took out their ability to respawn or something like that. Kind of like, you know, the idea of who the dinosaurs taken out by a meteorite. I want to go ahead and try the piglin bartering mechanic and see if we can get it to work like we think it will. Yeah, he sees I'm doing stuff with gold here. It's so weird. They will... Yeah, Jake's got a barter going right there. See, the piglin is thinking about it, inspecting the gold, and it just threw Jake something. So let's try to do the same. I believe they're supposed to get interested in you when you're holding gold. There we go. Yeah, you hear that? Sounds like Tim Allen. Okay, come on, buddy. There you go. Okay, so you just gotta chuck it at him. And let's go ahead and do it twice. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and what did we get for our... We got fire charge. That's interesting. I have no idea how to use that. Cool. And did we get anything else? I don't think so. I think what can sometimes happen is they can throw things for you, and then another piglin or they will just go and pick it up again. They're kind of cheaters sometimes. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a big nether courtyard over here. This portal, we may change the portal's shape to make it taller, more dramatic, things like that. And we're just going to... We're going to deforest a little bit. We're going to do 15 blocks to each corner around the nether portal. And then we're going to make that into a huge testament to the nether and the nether update. So we're going to have nether blocks, nether sort of small versions of nether builds like bastions and things like that, remnants of things that you find in the nether. Make it kind of a nether museum almost. I'm going to need to redo some of the work that I did last stream because I realized that in order for the courtyard to be an actual square, which is the plan, it's going to have to... I need to add some blocks one side because I counted 15 blocks diagonally from one of the other... From... Here, you know what? Let's show you. We've got 4 pillars. One on each corner in what's supposed to be a square from this spot here. The problem comes because I counted 15 blocks diagonally from, let's see, it was this point. Yeah, so this was 1, that was 2, blah, blah, blah. But we need to add some blocks this way because the portal is wider than it is thick, right? So, do we have just a zombie, baby zombie dying somewhere? That was such a obnoxious... Oh, it must have been right there. Yep. That was just so obnoxious. It was like it was trying to keep a beat while I was explaining that. Alright, so I'm not going to count the first blocks. I'm just going to count the walls in between them. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. And if I'm right, this should be a little bit shorter because I miscalculated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Yeah, see, we're a lot shorter, actually. Unfortunately, we're just gonna have to take down the wall that we put up yesterday. And that's fine. It wasn't that much work. Okay, just making sure that we're still at the right spot here and not falling to our deaths into a cave. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and let's go ahead and count. Whoa, sorry about that. I don't know why Minecraft does that. Like, when I press W twice in order to speed run, it sometimes just glitches out like that, and I don't know why. I'm gonna start taking these down, and we're gonna turn this place into an actual square. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the show, please share it with your friends. It's a brand new show, so I'm still looking for exposure. Super happy that I was able to fit this into my life. It's a project that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. Minecraft is important to me. It's one of the only ways I get to spend time with my dad and my brother, because we live about 5 hours apart, and so usually our hangout time is through Minecraft. And my little brother Jake, impossibleboy, who you've seen in the show before, is the one that got me into it. So family ties and all that. Anyways, that's my little plug. Share, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. You know the drill. And let's go ahead and harvest this up so we can give it another chance to grow. I love that you can just, you know, hit one right at that level and then they just fall. It's great. And bamboo is such a great addition to this game. Like, it's a very pretty plant, and it's also not Eurocentric, and it's also very useful. And the game managed to make it useful by showing that you can make things out of it, and you can make sort of unique things out of it. You know, the fact that you're making scaffolding with bamboo means that, you know, you're showing off that bamboo is strong, bamboo is flexible, it's versatile. And that's all very true of bamboo. And frankly, the cultures that use it. It's also just a very fun sound. Like, as I'm breaking this, it sounds like there's, I don't even know. Like, it kind of sounds like the beginning of a drum roll. That's what I love about Minecraft. They've got this beautiful balance between the player and nature. The way that the player has to interact with nature in order to get anything or do anything. It's a very symbiotic relationship. You have to get something to give something, and you have to give something to get something, and there's a lot of, like, you know, if you use all of the resources in an area, then you're just stuck. And you have to go move on, and you have to learn that lesson quickly. Otherwise, you're just going to use all of the resources in an area, and you'll be out of resources. And that area will be destroyed. And so I just think this game is very environmentally friendly. Should we help out the pig? Let's help out the pig. There you go. Yeah. Got this, like, cavern under here. Let's just go ahead and drop in here. This is actually sort of beautiful. Wow. I can't believe that naturally generated. I think. I mean, it doesn't look like someone came in here and mined this. I think this is natural generation. This is beautiful. We should incorporate this into our build somehow. You know what? Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have to lay some of this down. That mushroom stew I got from Jake. He found a mushroom, apparently. And he's like, hey, who wants mushroom stew? And I was like, hey, I can barely take care of myself. I'll take some. Okay, and this time we'll go ahead and count from the corner. Okay. Theoretically, all of the sides should be the same length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 29, 30, 31. Okay, so we're going for 31. 1, 2, 3, 4, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yes. And as long as we can verify that these are connected in a perfectly straight line, I believe the laws of mathematics dictate that they are all the same length, which means we have a perfect square. I want to go ahead and map out our inn. You guys, this inn came to me in a dream. It's true. Actually, it's not true, but this morning I did wake up thinking about it. We're going to make the blocked in sort of snake around here. I don't want to encroach on Edge Rider's territory too much here, but I do want to make the inn sort of a C shape around the courtyard. Okay, we're almost connected up. Almost. Got that skeleton still here. Okay. And we're ready. We're ready. 3, 2, 1. Yes! Okay. And like I said, eventually we will do a lot of forming the hotel. We'll like actually do some shaping later once we've done some terraforming. I'm going to spend some time taking down a lot of these trees so that we can actually do the building that we're wanting to do. So right now what we've got is we've got this big courtyard in the center, and back here there's going to be this crescent that extends from here all the way back there, 30 blocks back, and then to there. And what I want is to be able to see the other side of the portal from a trellis or balcony on either end of the hotel. And then up here we'll have this even bigger balcony that looks down on the courtyard. And the courtyard is going to be a tribute to the Nether. It's going to have a version of every single biome. We're going to have a whole bunch of soul sand in here, a basalt delta over here. You know, I haven't decided where exactly each one is going to go. We're going to have a crimson forest there and a warped wart forest over there, something like that. Anyway, and then right in the center, it'll be this naturally generated, or at least a version of a nether waste biome, which of course is what they've decided to rename the biome that was the only nether biome. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been fun. I'm excited to finally get going on our first big build project of the series, now that it's, you know, pouring down rain and we're surrounded by flesh-eating monsters. We're going to say goodnight. Join us next time on BlockedInn.